What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video. Hope you're doing well, feeling great, and enjoying freedom. It's a great day to have a great day. Today, I wanted to talk about $21 an ounce silver, premium excluded, of course, and the massive red day that we just saw yesterday. But we also need to talk about the S&P 500 bear market that we are now officially in. What is it? What does it mean? We just learned about this yesterday. We're going to get into it, but really quick, just in case you're new, make sure to subscribe for daily videos, subscribe to my second channel for weekly videos, go and get yourself some DYDSS merchandise to help support the channel. Come and join us in the Precious Metals VIP Club for giveaways, live streams, deal alerts, and a whole lot more. And of course, make sure to go and get your 6 free stocks by downloading Webull and funding your account. Refer 1 friend before the end of the month, and they're going to give you 10 free stocks. Refer 3 friends before the end of the month, and they're going to give you 1 to 15 free shares of Apple. Everything will be linked in the description. So today is Tuesday, June 14th, 2022. The current spot price of silver, as I'm filming the video, is $21.22. It's up 19 cents today so far, or up 0.9%. Solid green day for the beautiful white metal. Spot price of gold is $1829.80. It's up $11.10, or up 0.61%. Fairly decent green day for the beautiful yellow metal as well. And of course, the gold to silver ratio is in the 85 to 86 to 1 range. But of course, that's as I'm filming the video at like 4 o'clock in the morning, not as I'm editing, posting, or as you're watching. So head on down to the comments and let me know the date and time you're viewing the video and what the current spot price is for you. I'm always curious. Alright, so in today's video, we're going to be talking about a couple of different things. I definitely wanted to talk about the silver. I definitely wanted to talk about the gold. But before we can even get into the precious metals, before we can even get into the money, I think we need to first talk about the currency and what in the world is going on with the S&P 500. So I don't know how many of you pay close attention to markets beyond the precious metals market, but I think there's something pretty important going on regarding stocks that I think we should take a look at. And for the record, even if you're not involved in the stock market, you should still be paying attention to the stock market. Study all of the markets. Make sure you understand and you're familiar with what's going on elsewhere. So for those of you that didn't know, due to the downward trajectory we've been on pretty much this entire year so far, we've ended up falling into a NASDAQ bear market. Now, to break that in two, the NASDAQ is a market cap weighted index made up of over 3,000 different holdings, leaning pretty heavily on tech. And then a bear market is when a price falls by 20% or more from recent highs. So if you put the two back together, it means the NASDAQ index is down over 20%. But here's the thing. We've known that. I covered that months ago. I'm bringing it back up today because yesterday we learned that not only have we been in a NASDAQ bear market, but we are now officially in an S&P 500 bear market. If you didn't know, the S&P 500 is another index, but this one tracks the 500 largest publicly traded U.S. companies. Think of Apple, Amazon, Tesla, Johnson & Johnson, ExxonMobil, Visa, Coca-Cola, Costco, Walmart, Disney, companies like that. So the index that tracks the 500 biggest companies here in the U.S. is now down 20% from recent highs. We can actually take a look at these prices right here. Check that out. Look where we were at on March 29th. We were at $424.29 just a couple months ago. But look at where we are today. We are down about 20.5% to $347.97. $347 from $424 in just a couple of months. That's a pretty sharp decline. And as of yesterday, we have fallen into an S&P 500 bear market. Now, I don't know how many of you remember, but in 2020, when the world was forced to go digital, the tech sector pretty much took over the stock market and carried the weight while everything else, for the most part, suffered. Then in 2021, when things began to stabilize and start moving back up, tech started flying. And being that tech had become so prominent, and it seemed like the entire market was propped up by that sector, a good day for tech meant a good day for these indexes. And if you've been subscribed to my channel since at least December, you'll know that I was actually calling for a massive end of the year sell-off last year. And this was for a couple of different reasons. Two main reasons. Number one, tax loss harvesting. We had reached such ridiculously high levels as we were reaching the end of the tax year. I figured people were going to sell some of their losers at a loss to offset what they owe from selling some of their winners at a gain. And then, of course, two, figured it only made sense that people were going to be taking some of those profits, those at-risk profits. For the unbelievable year we just had in the stock market in 2021, it only made sense to assume we'd see a wave of people trimming off some gains, because after all, why not sell when you're up at unsustainable levels when a major pullback is inevitable? To me, it was more likely to topple over than it was to keep climbing. This is why I called for an end of the year sell-off. It made sense for a couple of different reasons. And I was convinced that at the very latest, we would see a sharp decline on the last trading day of the year, at the latest. Well, I was wrong. By 1 day. Because that sell-off started on the very first trading day of this year. And it's been a painful year so far. We've seen far more red than green this entire year. And due to this decline, we fell into a NASDAQ bear market, and now here we are halfway through the year, making our way into an S&P 500 bear market. Now, just so everybody knows, when it comes to these index funds, people use them as the foundation of their investment portfolio, similar to how many of us over here that focus on the precious metals primarily. For the first couple years of stacking, I use the Silver Eagle as the foundation of my stack, or the base of my stack. Well, a lot of investors, they'll use the S&P 500. They'll use index funds as the foundation or the backbone of their investment portfolio due to the lower level of concentration and higher level of diversification. S&P 500, 500 stocks in one. The NASDAQ, 3,000 stocks in one. This is what people use for a sense of stability. But we're seeing a lot of volatility right now. We're seeing a lot of craziness. And by the way, speaking of the precious metals, we're about to jump back into the silver and the gold. But before I do, before we leave stocks, let me just quickly remind everybody to go and get your 6 free stocks by downloading Webull and funding your account. Refer 1 friend by the end of the month, and they're going to give you 10 free stocks for the referral. Refer 3 friends by the end of the month, and they're going to give you 1 to 15 free shares of Apple. Time is running out. Half the month is over already. You only have half a month to do this. Capitalize on it while you can. Webull link in the description. But now moving away from all that, moving away from the bear market, moving away from the S&P 500, moving away from the NASDAQ, moving away from stocks in general, let's now get back into the silver and the gold. Sitting here on screen, have a nice little selection. We have some miscellaneous coins up there at the top. We have some Creatures of the North, Queen's Beast, fractional gold, 10-ounce bars, 5-ounce bars, 1-ounce bars, a little bit of 90% right there. Nice little selection. But when it comes to silver, and when it comes to gold, like I said, a lot of people use those index funds as the backbone of their investment portfolio portfolio, similar to how many of us will use very specific coins or even rounds or bars as the backbone of the stack. Like I said, for the last couple of years, or for my first couple of years of stacking, I used the American Silver Eagle as the backbone of my stack. And that was mainly because, well, that was for a couple of different reasons. Number one, I believed it was the superior 1 troy ounce pure silver government minted coin. And it was also the coin of my country. I remember even saying back then, I was like, if I lived in Canada, I'd be stacking the maple predominantly. If I lived in, I don't know, Australia, I'd be stacking the kangaroo. I believed, and I still kind of believe this, that stacking the coin of your country, for the most part, and making that the base of your stack, never a bad idea. But it's also not a bad idea to stack coins from other countries, because at the end of the day, silver, it really doesn't matter. At the time, I just thought that made the most sense, so I made the American Silver Eagle the foundation of my stack. And that's what I ran with for 2018, 2019, and the first 2 months of 2020, and then that kind of got cut off for obvious reasons. But I moved on over to something else. For the last 2 years, going on 2.5 years, ever since the crash of 2020, I switched on over to something else. And I've been working on making another coin, the new base of my stack. And that would be the Washington Silver Quarter. Or really just 90% in general, but for the most part, when it comes to 90%, Washington quarters seem to be the most common and easy to get my hands on. So I firmly believe that in another couple of years, if I keep up this momentum, and if I keep just focusing on 90% almost exclusively, I believe the Washington quarter, or 90% in general, will become the foundation of my stack. I might be closer than I even realize. I haven't exactly crunched the numbers and counted everything up just yet. I have to compare how many troy ounces of silver I have in 90%, versus how many silver eagles I have. I'm pretty sure I have way more silver eagles at this point still. And that's because I went a couple of years of being able to get so many silver eagles for so cheap. Spot price $13, $14, $15. Premiums back then were only like $1 or $2 over spot. And that's when I was brand new, so there was that enthusiasm where I just pretty much dropped everything and was focusing on silver and silver only, and I wasn't investing elsewhere, and I wasn't doing this, I wasn't doing that. I was all in on silver. Tunnel vision. I was able to get a lot of silver at that time. And most of that silver eagles. And that was by design. I wanted that to be the base of my stack. I wanted that to be the foundation of my stack. And at this point, I no longer care. At this point, it doesn't really matter all that much to me. But I do believe the Washington quarter will dethrone the Silver Eagle when it comes to my stack, at least. But regardless, I just wanted to bring that up because, like I was mentioning before, a lot of people use the S&P 500 or just index funds in general as the foundation of their investment portfolio, and I wanted to compare it in a way that people who are either all in on stacking or, for the most part, just stacking, wanted to explain it in a way that everybody would be able to understand. But when it comes to silver, we can take a look at the price today. Sure, like I said earlier in the video, we're up a little bit. I think I said we're up 0.9% or something like that today so far. Friendly reminder, I am filming this video at like 4 o'clock in the morning. So God only knows what silver and gold will bring us throughout the rest of the day. Time will tell. But yesterday, we had a massive red day, which is interesting because it was following the massive green day that we had on Friday. So Friday we were dramatically in the green. Monday we were dramatically in the red, and here we are today in the green so far. There are a lot of ups and downs right now. But the big red day that we saw yesterday dropped the spot price of silver, and we're currently sitting in the $21 an ounce range. Premium excluded, of course. Premium included, we're probably looking at about $25, give or take. That's mainly for either 90% or generic silver rounds or whatever. If you want a Silver Eagle, you're looking at over $30. So screw that. Now you understand why I don't stack them anymore. But the spot price is back in the $21 an ounce range. I personally couldn't be happier about that because I'm currently saving up a little bit of cash right now. Unfortunately, I've decided to deprive myself for the rest of the month. I did get my hands on some 90% earlier this month upon last payday. Next payday is coming up, and then I'll have a week to go before we're in July. I'm going to save it for July. And if you're in the Precious Metals VIP Club, you know exactly what the game plan is right now. And if you're not in the VIP Club, number one, you should be. The link will be in the description. But it'll make more sense next month. As for gold, sure, we're in the green today so far as I'm filming the video. Yesterday, we were mildly in the red. And I don't know if we're going to see it, at least not anytime soon, but it would be really nice to see gold fall back into the $1,700 an ounce range. That's what I'm looking for. That's what I would like to see. Of course, it doesn't really matter if it goes up or down in the short term because I'm holding off on gold. I have different piles of cash for different reasons. I have some cash that I leave just in the checking account. That's because I make online payments. I have cash that I leave just as cash. It's an emergency fund. I have cash set aside exclusively for silver. That pile of cash usually runs out the quickest because I don't save up the cash for very long. I grab it and go to the coin shop and get a handful of 90%. And then I have another pile of cash for gold. This pile of cash can wait. This pile of cash I am in no rush to get rid of. I am not racing to my next gold coin. It might take me another couple of months. It might take me till the end of the year. Heck, man, I might not even get my next gold coin until early next year. Who knows? And also, by the way, who cares? Right now, I'm saving up for a larger piece of gold. It's going to take me some time, especially considering that gold's just not really my priority metal to begin with. So, like I said, I'm not in a race to get there. But it would be nice to see gold drop down, especially over the next couple of months, as I little by little add to the cash that I have set aside for my next piece of gold. As I save up for my next gold coin, it'd be nice to see the spot price come down a little bit. I don't know if it's going to happen, but it would be a sight for sore eyes to see $1,700 an ounce gold again. That would be something to celebrate. But again, time will tell. I want you guys to head on down to the comments and let me know anything and everything related to today's video topic. When it comes to the S&P 500 bear market that we're seeing right now, down about 20% from recent highs when it comes to the S&P 500. We learned about this yesterday. Maybe you're learning about it today because of this video right here. What are your thoughts on that right there? And then, of course, when it comes to the NASDAQ bear market that we've been in, what do you think of that? And what are your thoughts on what I said about index funds in general when I said that people typically use index funds as the foundation of their investment portfolio, similar to how a lot of us will use the Silver Eagle or 90% or maybe sunshine bars or buffalo rounds or just recognizable pieces of silver, maybe lower premium pieces of silver, but regardless, in demand, recognizable, sought after pieces of silver. That's what a lot of us use as the foundation of our stack, or the base of our stack, or the backbone of our stack. Does it make sense to you why people use index funds as the base or foundation or the backbone of their investment portfolio? It's a basket of everything. Not even a basket of everything. It's a whole warehouse of everything. Hundreds, sometimes thousands of stocks all in one spot. Lower level of concentration, higher level of diversification. Does it make sense to you why people use this as the base of their investment portfolio? And then, of course, when it comes to the silver, when it comes to the gold, what are your thoughts on the spot price right now? Silver, back in the $21 an ounce range. Who out there is running on over to the local coin shop this week and or this weekend? And then, of course, when it comes to gold, what are your thoughts on the spot price over here? You think we're going to see $1,700, or not $1,700, but in the $1,700 range, under 18, anytime in the near future? I don't necessarily know if that's going to happen. I don't even know if I believe that's going to happen. But it would be nice to see. Head on down to the comments and let me know anything and everything related to today's video topic. If you guys like today's video, please hit that like button. Subscribe if you're new. Subscribe to my second channel, which is my backup channel for exclusive weekly content. Go and get yourself some DYDSS merchandise to help support the channel. Got t-shirts, hoodies, stickers, coffee mugs, and a bunch of different designs. A lot of the products are helping us raise some funds and awareness for different charity organizations, by the way. DYDSS store will be linked in the description. Come and join us in the Precious Metals VIP Club, which is where I do giveaways every single month, live streams multiple times a week, deal alerts on silver and gold almost every single day. You can watch all of my videos early and commercial free, and every Saturday morning I post a brand new vlog, and there are a ton of other perks as well. VIP Club link in the description. I guarantee you the value exceeds the cost. Then, of course, last but certainly not least, make sure to go and get your 6 free stocks by downloading Webull and funding your account. Normally it's 2. They bumped it up to 6 for this month only, so capitalize on that while you can. You can deposit any amount, even if it's as little as a penny. It still works, it still counts, you still get your 6 free stocks. If you refer one friend to the app by the end of the month, Webull's going to give you 10 free stocks for the referral. I know it might sound insane, but this is part of their advertising budget. Rather than wasting currency on billboards and TV commercials, they reward their users for helping them build their app with them. And you can do this 10 times, by the way. Refer 10 friends by the end of the month, you get 10 free stocks each. That's 100 free random stocks. And of course, if you refer 3 friends by the end of the month, not only will you get 30 free stocks for referring those 3 friends, but you're also going to get 1 to 15 free shares of Apple. Maybe you'll get all 15, maybe you'll get 10, maybe you'll get 1. You're going to earn something no matter what, so it's a win either way. You're still getting something out of it. Don't pass up on an opportunity. Webull link in the description. Time is running out. If you don't want the stocks, go and get them anyway. They're free. Then just sell them. Congratulations, now you have the cash to go and get you some silver, or maybe some gold, if that's what you want. Webull link in the description. And I want you guys to head on down to the comments and let me know once again, what are your thoughts on everything shared in today's video? When it comes to the S&P 500 bear market that we are now officially in, down 20% from recent highs. What are your thoughts on that right there? How long do you believe it's going to take to get back on track and to get into recovery mode? And then, of course, when it comes to silver, when it comes to gold, what are your thoughts on everything that I shared in the video? When it comes to comparing how we use certain silver and gold coins, rounds, or bars as the base of our stack, similar to how people use index funds as the base of their investment portfolio. But when it comes to the spot price being down right now, are you going to be capitalizing? Are you buying the dip? Are you going and picking up some silver this week or this weekend? Then when it comes to gold, do you personally expect to see Spot price fall back into the $1,700 an ounce range? Think it's going to happen? You think it's possible? You think it'll happen soon? Head on down to the comments and let me know anything and everything related to today's video topic. Thank you guys so much for watching. See you tomorrow. Don't you dare stop smiling. Peace.